The key to proper tissue sampling starts by sampling the entire plant when it's young and as it matures, taking the crop's most recently matured leaves. These areas are where the maximum physiological activity takes place and will readily show any shortage of mineral nutrients that could eventually result in reduced crop yield and/or quality. To ensure you get the best results, we'll show you the proper way to sample corn, soybeans, and alfalfa. Some helpful tips to remember when gathering your samples. Make sure to sample your fields representatively by making a V pattern in and out of the field, or perhaps by taking leaves in pre-designated quadrants of the field. Get a sufficient quantity of leaf tissue to sample. The general rule of thumb is about 2 softball-sized samples. The NutriScription certified lab would rather have too much crop sample material than not enough. When sampling corn, you want to collect the most recent fully developed leaves from the top 15 to 20 plants before tasseling. If the corn crop is less than 12 inches high, collect the portion above the ground, but be sure the leaf tissue is clean and does not contain splashed mud from any recent rains. Soil contaminates the tissue sample, which defeats the purpose of sampling and at the very least can skew iron and manganese readings in your sample. If the corn plant is 12 inches or higher, you'll want to collect the most recent, fully developed collar on each plant. As the corn crop matures from tasseling to silking, collect the same number of samples from leaves below and opposite of the ear. When sampling soybeans, you'll want to sample recently matured trifoliate leaves from the top of 20 to 30 plants prior to flowering, or for younger plants that are 6 inches or less, sampling the whole plant 1 inch above the soil line. For alfalfa, the upper 1/3 of the crop is to be taken, and to collect about 12 to 30 plants per sampling. This is true before and during bloom. When collecting your tissue samples from your fields, there are several strategies to take into consideration. The most obvious is to sample the area of a field that doesn't look good. Yellowing, stunted growth, or lack of vigor would indicate a crop growth issue. Keep in mind, when sampling poor areas of the field, you'll want to be sure to sample the good areas as well to ensure you get a comprehensive analysis for comparison. Another more proactive approach is to sample your crop even though everything looks good. You never know when and where a crop's hidden nutrient deficiency is lurking. It is possible that by the time visual symptoms of a deficiency appear, the crop could suffer a reduction in yield. The bottom line: only a laboratory analysis can verify your crop's nutrient status and provide the information needed to make the best fertility decision for your crops.